costume look that I've ever done, and I am so excited. I really like the way that it turned out. It was actually super easy to do, and it didn't take long, maybe took like 15 minutes or so, but that's pretty good for a costume look, I think. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. So if you guys want to see how to become Wonder Woman, then just keep on watching. So we're going to start off by priming our eyes with Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is just the regular one. So I'm just going to wipe that all over my lid and also underneath my lids. And then just rubbing that in gently. After that, I'm going to apply my base color. I'm going to use this palette by e.l.f. It's the 32 palette. I'm going to be using this color right here. At first glance, it kind of looks like a purpley gray, but on my eyelids it actually looks like very opaque and white looking. I'm going to just use that with my finger. Just a very messy coat right over the lid because we're going to be blending this out. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more so you guys can see. So after we apply that color, I'm going to be taking a dome-shaped brush, and also from the 32 e.l.f. palette, I'm going to be taking this color right here. It's like a royal blue, and then the one right beside it, which is like a navy blue. I'm just going to be dipping my brush back and forth in both of them to get a good base of each of them, like a good little mixture. So I'm just going to be tapping it in the very corner of my eye, and then sweeping it across my crease like that. So that's what you have so far. Again, tapping my brush back and forth in each. And just doing kind of like a windshield wiper motion, like you're drawing a rainbow and retracing it back and forth. Next, I'm going to be taking a color from Wet n Wild. It's from this trio called Walking on Eggshells. I'm going to be taking this brow bone color. It's like a cream color. That's probably the best word I can use to describe it. We're just going to be taking our finger, whichever finger you feel like. I'm going to be applying that like the inner third of my eye, and that's what you're going to have so far. If you want, you can take that same golden brow color and apply it actually to your brows. So that's what I'm going to do. And then again, blending it out. So next we're just going to go in with the same navy color that we used earlier from this palette. And I'm just going to be taking an angled brush like this and dipping it in there, and I'm just going to be applying this to the lower lash line. And I'm not going to line my whole underneath of my eye. I'm just going to stop like right where my pupil starts right here. So I'm going to start right here and then stop right about here and just blend that out as well as I can. So that's it for the eyeshadow. Next, moving on to the liner, I'm just going to be using a liquid liner. This one is Maybelline Line Stiletto. You guys can see that. And it has a really nice felt tip applicator. It glides along the eyelids really nicely. So I'm going to do a little bit of a cat eye. You can see on this eye right here, I kind of just did a little mild cat eye. So I'm going to recreate that. I had so much trouble with liquid eyeliner when I first started doing makeup, but the key to liquid eyeliner is definitely using short strokes, and it's okay if it's not perfect. I'm going to be taking this liner actually all the way into my inner corner of my eyes. I usually don't do that, but I think it gives a really cute cartoonish effect. So I'm going to start right here. Hopefully I was in the frame right there. I hope I was, but anyway. I'm going to start right here and just draw a super thin line, connecting it back to the top. So there's the liner, and I'm just going to curl my lashes and apply mascara, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I just used the Maybelline Falsies mascara in Blackest Black. I use it on both my top and bottom lashes, so after you guys are done with that, it's optional, but I applied false lashes on this side. Okay, so there's the false lashes, and next I'm just going to be moving on to blush. And I'm just going to be using this really pretty nudie pink. This is by Revlon. It is called Pretty and Peony. And this is what the color looks like. It's just a really soft, pretty blush color. And I didn't want it to overwhelm the eyes because the eyes are so dramatic. So I'm just going to be taking a blush brush, tapping off the excess and just applying it. Like, I'm going to start right here at the very tip of my like cheekbone right here, and then I'm going to just kind of swoop it down like this. I'm not going to do the rosy cheek kind of thing. I just want it to be very, very natural looking. So just kind of like a back and forth motion, like if you second your cheeks like you would contour, like right where that line is, but up towards the temple as well. So that just gives a very pretty, very feminine flush to the face. Another optional step, I know I feel like kind of like a broken record for just saying another optional step, but all these steps are optional, of course, because they're your choices to do when you're applying your makeup. But this step is to fill in your brows. As you can see, I filled in this brow to make it look more angular and sharp as opposed to this one, which I haven't done yet. So I'm going to be taking this Maybelline Ultra Brow Brush On Brow Color. It's basically like a brown eyeshadow. And I'm just going to take an angled brush and just do my brows. So I just thought I would film this part. It's pretty simple to do, but I just thought I would film it anyway because I didn't film my lash applying. So just to give you guys something a little extra to watch if you're bored. So I'm just going to do this super quick. I'm just making my brows more angular. There's not much I can do to explain. I'm just, everybody's brows are different, so I can't really tell you like a set shape to do. Since I'm not covering my eyebrows with like glue or anything or spirit gum to totally conceal them, I'm just going to kind of work with what I have and make my own brows more angular. I actually also started this brow a little bit further out than how it naturally grows, I guess. So I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to take this brush upside down actually, so it's like the same angle. I'm just going to kind of pull in this way and then kind of just draw around it like that. So as you can see, it makes my brows look a little bit bigger. Also, another tip, if you feel like your nose is a little bit wider this way, you draw on your brows a little bit closer together, it makes your nose look thinner. And the same goes the opposite way. If you draw your brows this way, a little bit shorter, then your nose looks a little bit bigger there. So, tip for big or small-nosed girls out there, just in case you guys didn't know. I already did my lips, but I'll just show you the products that I used. I used this lip liner. This is by Maybelline. It's called Moisture Extreme, and the color is called Rose. It's a very natural color, and I just lined my lips with this. I didn't actually fill in my lips with this, I just lined it, and then I rubbed it in with my finger, and then I took this really pretty gloss color. This is by NYC, and it's called Sugar Coated. And this is a $3 dupe for the Turkish Delight color by NARS. So it's a really good deal. You guys can pick it up at Walmart or wherever. So I just use a lip pencil. Where is it? I'm sorry, a lip brush. I just dipped this color in with a lip brush, and then I just applied it to my lips like this. So that, using a lip brush with a gloss, it mixes the lip liner with the gloss. So instead of just being a harsh line of lip liner around, it kind of just meshes the two together, and it makes it fade and blend easier. So that's all I did for the lips. So Wonder Woman had very defined cheekbones, so I'm going to be taking this highlight and contour shadow palette by California Cosmetics. It's not actually a shadow, but that's what it says on the back. It's more of a cream. This is what it looks like. I'm going to be using this dark side and the dark side. And I'm just going to be using my finger. It's just easier that way. So I'm going to dip that on my finger. Then I'm going to go in and do little dots, and it looks really crazy, but it's just so easy to blend. For some reason I just prefer to do my contour last. It's like a finishing touch. It's kind of like an extra touch that isn't really necessary, but it's just kind of fun, so maybe that's why I like to do it last. But just kind of dot it on there. Do whatever line you want. You can use a brush to blend this out, like a foundation brush or whatever, but it's just so much easier to use my fingers, I feel like, so I can have the right control and the right pressure and yada yada yada. So it does just as good of a job, I think, and it adds a little bit of definition there. I'm also going to be taking the same little duo. I'm going to be taking the highlight side, dipping my finger in that, and then applying it to the tops of my cheeks. If you guys can see that, that's where I'm applying it. Just rub that in, just kind of like smooth it out Don't really rub it like back and forth. Just kind of blend out the edges. That gives a beautiful glow to the face, especially in photography. It's absolutely gorgeous. So if you guys are going to be, I'm sure you guys are going to be photographed a lot on Halloween, so it's a nice little tip to apply highlighter. You guys can also apply it down the center of your nose. My nose actually gets kind of oily. I know it's kind of gross, but it actually gets oily, so I don't really want to apply highlighter there. It just naturally highlights itself. Another good place to highlight is right above the Cupid's bow. And that makes your lips look a little bit fuller. You can just blend that out with your finger there. And a little good on my lip in the center, but that's actually good because it adds a little bit of highlight to the lip. So I meant to do that, actually. That is my Wonder Woman look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video, and have a very happy Halloween. Bye.